You'll need 1 cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of lime or lemon juice, and a 1/4 cup of water. I already have my sugar measured out and I'm squeezing the limes. The benefits of sugar wax is it's 100% natural, easy to make, and it doesn't pull on your skin. Now, once I put everything in my pot, mix it together, I place it on the stove and ensure the heat is lowered once it begins to boil. After 3 minutes, the bubbles were intensified. At this point, I stir the pot and check consistency at 2-minute intervals by drop testing. An alternative to this is to note the tighter bonding between the bubbles or the thickness when poured off the spoon. Note the bubble and consistency difference between the initial on the left and the current video, compared to the finished composition on the new left with a darker color and thicker consistency. Here's an up-close drop test with a bit of water placed on a cover. I even tested it on the countertop. It's been 15 minutes on low heat and I let it cool and place it into a jar. Note the lighter golden color difference between this and when I reheated it to a darker, thicker version. Now I'm testing it out on my forearm. The mixture is a little runny, which can get really sticky after a while of waxing, but it still grips and removes the hair. I positioned my arm a little bit funny so the strip didn't pull off properly in one go. You can use 100% cotton strips like I'm using or make your own with a cotton cloth. I then decided to reheat my wax for an extra 3 minutes for a thicker consistency. But I made the mistake of putting it on a bigger burner despite being on low, so it almost burnt as I started to smell the sugar, which can be a final indicator that you need to turn off your wax. Drop test. With a bit of water placed on a cover, I'm able to move it without separation. Note how thick it is while hot. Imagine when it's cooled, because again I left it on the burner without realizing. Now compare the 3 minutes comparison between my recent drop test and when I smell the sugar. It's darker and more of like a hard wax consistency. I noticed just how hard it would be when transferring it to the jar. And added about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of water and did a drop test on the counter and on my forearm to ensure it was the consistency I wanted. If you notice it before this point, like if you notice while you're like stirring that you went a bit too far, just add a little bit of water and get like a honey consistency into the, like add a bit of water into the pot directly till you achieve the right kind of honey consistency while hot. Now, once it's cooled, I begin testing on my forearm once again. I grabbed the wax using my fingers because it was easier to take up this way. Then I applied it against my hair. Then smoothed the strip in the same direction and ripped in the opposite way. I don't know why it outlined like that, but you can see the hairs did indeed come off. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.